So I need to use a lot of discipline so I'm not doing something different, okay? I have to chase this thing. So some of you have this lock back leg. This knee, this is heel weighted, okay? So if he lets go and I stand here, you see? That minute I was bracing on him. So he pushes, boom, this knee is bent. How far? Knee to toes, okay? So he's pushing, and we can do that other test. He can let go when he wants as fast as he can. And you see I don't go flying forward. So when I'm here like this, and he lets go as fast as he can, boom, you're gonna have that, okay? So we can do that test. And since I'm not bracing and I'm vectoring instead, I don't need my feet. Do you see? So he's pushing hard, and you can be as tall as you want. I'm just still vectoring down there, right? You can be square, it doesn't matter, and you can do the same thing again. You see? You can be mobile and still able to do it, okay? So I want you to play with those two tests and then see, well, where was I? If you find that you're bracing still, then you're getting triggered. I don't want you to understand it as innocent as just, oh, I chose option B. No, he's triggering you and you're trying to fight him, okay? Just stick to the form. So if I feel like I'm doing that, a good uke would loosen up on you and go, we're going to start again. Okay? Or if I feel like I'm doing this, go a little slower because, you got me. Okay? And then I'm going to try to do the same thing again. Okay? Alright, let's try it. So I am taking this energy, letting it go through me and vectoring it to the back foot. But I don't want you to start working with the dichotomy of stability, and then that's how I do it. So that's why I was showing you that you can move and still you can't do it. Because each foot is grounding. You get it? Okay. So in drill, I'm going to show you the beginner drill, but you have to understand it not solely from the beginner perspective. So the beginner drill looks like it's about stability, but stability at the cost of mobility is a martial detriment, so that cannot be it, okay? The principle I gave you was vectoring. Vectoring does not require static, kind of static posturing. It does not, that's why I can move with it, okay? All right, the next one, the drill that we're going to do now is to address the corners of my body. So we're going to pay attention to my shoulders and my hips, okay? Don't do this at the beginning. Put them where they go. So imagine that you have a beam across your back, a beam across your hips, and then an I-beam connecting them. So they move together. They don't do this, okay? All right. So his drill is drill 1. I'm doing drill 1. But I'm going to now stress this corner. What some of you were saying, that was already happening, okay? So I'm here like this, and then I'm going to fold my arm, and he's going to go to the elbow. And because it was just energy, it doesn't matter. I'm still vectoring. Do you see that? And then I'm going to release that, and he's going to come to the shoulder itself. But it shouldn't change anything. It should not change anything. And he can let go as fast as he wants. And you see, it doesn't require me to do that. Okay? So, again, we're going to stress the corner here. 1, I start to take it away. He keeps the energy. I start to take it away, and I'm just grounding the same vector. Okay? And in the same way of the last drill, I do not need the I-beam. That has nothing to do with vectoring. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? You can have weird things. I'm still vectoring. Push. You could do weird things. It's still going down to a greater mass than me. Do you see that? But at the beginning, we're going to use the 4 corners. 1, 2, 3. And then he's, let's go. Okay? So, his energy's coming in. I just vectoring it to the back foot. So that same thing, he's constant. So it doesn't change. Okay? And it doesn't change. Doesn't change. And therefore, he can push other places. So he can push here, and it's just going to go down to the same back foot. He can take the other hand off. You see? And he can let go, and same exact thing. Okay? So he's going to go here, keep the pressure, keep the pressure. Oh, come on. You make the back foot heavy. And then I'm going to slowly take this middle one. Okay? Help him find it. Well, come on. Come on. Left. There you go. Okay? Got it? Okay? Alright, try it. Next micro drill. So, we're going to try to do 2 things. So, I reach out to him, and I take him onto that back foot. Again. Reach out to him on the front foot, and then I reach out, and I hit the ground pad. Okay? Front foot weight, boom, back foot weight. And now I'm doing drill 1. Front foot weight, absorb, boom, onto the midfoot vector of the back foot. Let's do it in stages. This will be drill 2. Front foot, boom, onto the back foot. And you can let go again, and you can see. Okay? Reach out, absorb. Back foot. Hey, let's go. Okay, let's try. When I'm on the front foot, push. The front foot is the vectoring foot. You see, it's not. I'm not having a bracing angle. The front foot is doing the bracing or the vectoring. Do you see that? Okay, so he can push. He's just grounding the front foot. So it's from a ground vectoring on the front foot that I release and change to the new ground vector. You see that? So if I don't do that, when I go like that, the momentum he gets me back. Okay? So I reach out, boom, he hits the front foot, and we're just hanging out here until I decide I don't want to. So you can push really hard, and we can move, push your hardest, and you're just shifting, you see? And then I'm changing the ground vector. You see how I'm doing that? So I'm not here like this with nothing but a bracing angle. Then I take away the bracing angle, and you're going to lose. Okay? Okay. If I was ground vectoring, that's his energy that's pinning me down. So I am letting his energy go to the greater mass. Okay? He should be doing the same thing as Uke. So he should be ground vectoring through me. Okay? Meaning he shouldn't have weird corners right now. Okay? He doesn't want to be up in his shoulders. So Uke is doing the same thing. Locking and should be able to move me. Okay? If my Uke is doing that, he's going to help me learn what I just did. He's going to help me learn that from Nage's point of view. Because he's already structured for it. And a more advanced skill is to do it when the guy is not structured for it. Okay? So if you're going to come in as Uke and you're going to go like this kind of stuff, energy is going to travel outside of all those things that you might be letting energy travel outside when you were Nage. Okay? So don't waste 50% of your training time. His corners are locked. He's ground vectoring the same energy. Okay? So here's the next drill. I come in, come to the back, and then shift forward through him. Okay? So I'm going to do it again. Here, front ground foot vectoring, back ground foot vectoring, and then take it back to the front without losing my corners. Boom. And it'll project through him because he's a unified mass right now. So, boom. You could go slow. Get it all in place, and then just shift your weight. You can do it a little bit dynamically. I can make it very small. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so again, the drill. Front foot vectoring, back foot vectoring, push, boom, back into what he's pushing with. Boom, boom. Okay, let's try. It's a ground foot vector. It's a four-corner stabilization, okay? So don't start adding torque in here. You just destabilize the corners. And now you're going to do a hip rotation. You could tell I'm in the middle. You see, I'm mid-weighted, which I didn't come to the front, okay? So I'm on the back, and I just stay here, and I go to the front. And I just stay here, whoa, and I go to the front. Okay, now what you're doing too is you won't go all the way to the back. You stay here, go to the back, and boom, go to the front. The further back you go, the more you get to go forward. It's the more yin, the more yang. The less yin, the less yang. You see? You'll have to go boom, boom to get what you want. You want him to go flying, right? I'm just working on the technique. So even going slow, boom, that's the technique. Boom, boom, that's the technique. Just a little percussive, a little dynamic, but I'm still training going here, then switch. Keep the four corners in charge, in organization. 1, 2. Okay? Alright, try. So, here, this is so slow. Right? This is so slow that you don't realize you're being triggered. When it goes faster, you get triggered, and so you end up clashing with the guy. You end up clashing. You clash. Okay? So, slow, back, forward. Boom. This is another fear cycle response. I was asked to do the same drill. So I'm grounding this foot and I'm pushing. You're turning on it. Don't turn your corners. Drop it. Anchor your shoulder blade. And first vector the front foot. The back foot. Vector it. You're not vectoring it, you see. Get this energy to go to that back foot. Don't come forward yet. Okay, here he, come on. Then he goes, and I go like this. You see what I did? I let the energy out of my arm. So now I stopped my drilling in the four-corner organization, okay? And so 50% of my drilling is not happening. So instead, I'm doing the same drill. We're back here. He goes, and he shouldn't be able to move me because I'm locked. So, to expedite your skill, the one you can be thrown far the earliest is the one who's going to learn how to project the earliest and the most. Because they have the body organization, okay? The one who's here and see I stopped pushing on him. Do you see that? Then I'm not ground vectoring at all. I'm just standing here. So if you watch, we're going to do it. I'm going to show you how I'm ground vectoring. You see? That was the same skill that he was doing to me, right? But when I just here and I'm like here and I look, I stopped. I'm just standing on the ground now. Okay, or I go here, and I feel the projection, and I start to let a corner out. See that? No. Hold it, and he goes. Boom. The reason why I do these weird things and I can't do it fast is because I'm in that fear cycle. It's a threat. It's threatening to me. I have self-attachment. It's jacking me up. I can't absorb and let that in. I want to keep it out. And it's the same thing I'm doing here. I don't want to be moved. Okay? Stop letting the energy out. Let's go.